1,000th of a second with a 27.583. Eddie Kerner to the top of the board.
Final round.
Is he going to push it up for the outside wall? Let's see if he can get off the quarter clean. Yes, he does, barely.
Good evening, racing fans. The wait is over. Welcome to the final round of the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge. 1v1s, $10,000 to the winner. This is the special night that we've all been waiting for a week since that wacky pursuit race that you just saw playing out there. Good to have you here with us on E-Racer. David Schildhouse, joined alongside, of course, by Landon Cassill and Parker Kligerman. Parker, start with you. You've had a little bit less of a newsworthy week. We'll get to the newsboy afterwards. But it's been a week since we set that top 16 seeded bracket style for tonight. The drama, everything that went into it. Now we know our 16, Casey Kerwin, is the top seed. He gets to make the first call on who he challenges in the first round. But before we even get into that, how are you feeling about tonight? You ready?
Well, it's going to be awesome because when we envisioned, I think it was a couple months ago, Landon and I sort of sat down with everyone at E-Racer and was like, how can we redesign the Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge to be something that maybe you would never be able to do in real life? And that's how we came up with the format that we've had here, the open qualifying that led in the All-Star qualifying, the pursuit race, and now this 1v1 prize fight-esque situation in motorsports for $10,000. Which driver is going to rise up here, make the right choices, nail their laps, and go and get those $10,000? I just think this is one of the coolest things we've ever been able to pull off in sim racing and even in motorsports to show people what's possible. So I'm excited. I think this is going to just be awesome. I can't wait to get into it.
Absolutely. And Landon, now we turn to you. It's been a big week for a lot of reasons, but before we get into the sim racing stuff, it's been a big week for you for personal reasons. So, in case somebody's been under a rock, what's happened?
Well, David, it's been a huge weight lifted, and it's been really proud to announce that I'll be driving the number 10 car for Colleague Racing next year with Voyager as my sponsor. Obviously, you'll see Voyager on this broadcast a little bit tonight. They've been a great partner of mine. They are crypto for all. So we've saying that we're bringing that to NASCAR this year, but we're going to have a shot to win some races in the Xfinity Series.
Absolutely. Well, to back up that and give a little more light on what Landon Cassill has going on in 2022, something we're all really excited for, we've got a little special video for you.
I'm racing with a new purpose this year. It's a new challenge. I'm excited to take on this challenge. I've played so many unique roles as a driver in my career, mostly as a builder, a reliable anchor. This time my role is to elevate and hopefully win. It's an incredible opportunity. This doesn't mean that I've made it yet, and doesn't mean it's going to get any easier. But at Colleague Racing, I know that I'm going to have the tools I need to win. Chris and Matt have been building something special that has had an incredible bond of teamwork and loyalty. You can see it, and I knew I wanted to be part of that. I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity if it weren't for Voyager Digital and my relationship with Steve Ehrlich, the CEO. I owe this to them. I owe this to Bitcoin and the entire crypto community that I've been a part of for several years. Voyager is crypto for all, and we're going to bring that to NASCAR.
That's so damn cool. Really, really proud of you, Landon. Really awesome. And I know I can probably speak for all of us when I say cheers. Congrats on the great news, and give them hell next year in the Xfinity Series.
Thanks, David. Thank you, everybody, and everybody at E-Racer. Let's give away some money. What do you think, Parker?
I think we should do it. Let's give it away. It's been sitting in our account for too long. It's time to hand it to its rightful owner, the winner of the LCQC in 2021.
Absolutely. So how do we do that? That's the most important part is tonight's format, the 1v1. Choose your opponent, prize fight. Parker, you've been hyping this thing up. I know you love this format. We've never seen it before, so walk everybody through it.
Right, so it's 1v1, which means these drivers are going to go head-to-head against each other, and basically the way it starts is we have a seeding from the last round, so the fastest from the All-Star qualifying will be your number 1 seed. That's Casey Kerwin. He will then have the first pick. He can pick any of the 16 or 15 other drivers and to go up against, and they will then go run laps. Starting with Casey going first, he'll run a lap, then that other driver he picked will run a lap. Whoever has the fastest advances into the next round. We'll run that all the way through all 16, and then we'll go into a second round where they'll do it again, and we'll go all the way until we have 2 drivers going head-to-head for $10,000, essentially is how it goes.
That sounds easy enough. Now, Landon, it sounds easy enough, but...
but these guys are on the spot, and it's not going to be just about I think it's not going to be just about making your best lap every time. It's going to be making a good lap every time, and just being repeatable and consistent, because you're only going to get a couple shots at it. Also, I mean, we're going to get these drivers in here. So if you've seen a lot of these drivers' names and you've heard them, but you've never heard from them before, we're going to hear from these drivers tonight, the ones that are making selections, hopefully some rebuttals to it. We'll get some conversation going and
Trash talk.
Just see what happens. Yeah.
We need trash. We want some. I think we're gonna have some trash talk for sure, right? You gotta level this up. The prize. I want to see guys come up there with a lot of confidence and saying, "I know I can get this done." That's why I'm choosing this other driver I know I can beat, which they're saying anyway, right? So I love that. Oh, and by the way, I may have had the chance and the honor to help design the setup for this, and all I can tell you is it is incredibly hard to drive. So good luck to these competitors. They've been talking about it for the last 48 hours about how hard it is to drive. We're going to see some sideways race cars. If you're not patient with that throttle, if you're not perfect with that steering wheel, we're going to see some drivers way out of shape.
Well, in true Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge fashion, it is at Darlington, so it is one of the hardest tracks to put down a hot lap at. It's been the place where we've settled this before, and so, Landon, we'll start with you. Who is your pick to win the $10,000 here tonight?
Man, David, I'm going with Logan Clampett. That's my guy. I think it's been a breakout year for him in eNASCAR. He's shown a lot of performance. You know, he finally got himself in some good equipment over there, and it's going to be. He was solid in group qualifying. He was solid in all-star qualifying. So Logan's my guy.
Oh my gosh, Parker, we're gonna have to address that later.
That was a burn. We'll move on to that one.
All right, fine, fair enough. My pick to win tonight is none other than the 2021 eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion, Keegan Leahy. He was so good in qualifying all season long in the top series on oval iRacing. He was great. One pole start up front all throughout the year. And I think he just thrives in this sort of pressure cooker situation when you have to put down a money lap. So my pick to win's the champ, Keegan Leahy.
Those are good picks, guys, but they're all going to lose to my pick, and he is the number 1 seed coming in here to the 1v1 last round of the LCQC. That is none other than Casey Kerwin. He was the fastest in all-star qualifying, but it was the fashion in which he got that done that makes me think he has the shot at this $10,000. He basically got iced for his lap. We made him wait. He had to switch servers, but when it came down to being the final driver, he went out there and sent it and put down an amazing qualifying performance at the All-Star qualifying format we had in round 2. He is my pick to get to $10,000. I believe it's going to Casey Kerwin.
All right, there you go. There's our picks to win. You know, I got the last one right when I picked Cozy to win the firecracker. We'll see if I go 2 for 2 here tonight. But as we come to Darlington Raceway at night, beautiful evening here, 78 degrees air temp and track temp, slight breeze, 2 miles an hour, partly cloudy, the same conditions that we have been using all throughout the 2021 LCQC, both in round 1 and round 2, same weather here in round 3. But the granddaddy of them all, Darlington Raceway. Landon, what is it about this track that just speaks to you and why you keep having the event here?
Yeah, I mean, it's historic. It's oddly shaped. It's asymmetrical, so which means it's different on one end than it is the other. I feel like turn 1 and 2 is just a really special sequence of corners where you have to drift up and get the car pointed back down the hill. 3 and 4 is a corner where you have to have a crisp lift out of the throttle. You actually do have to slow the car down. And, in a real car, the bottom line, the top can be different, and there, it's hard to say what the preferred line is. So it's always interesting to see what these drivers these professional iRacers at the tip of the spear here are capable of doing. And not to mention, we're using a different car than we've used in the past. We feel like the Xfinity car is fitting because I'll be racing it full time next year, and also it's one of the best cars on the service.
That puts it right in the driver's hands. Parker, you talked about the setup. It's a PK special. We've seen that already once, I think, when we were at Auto Club, and it really put the drivers through the challenge. So when you approach setting up a car for Darlington for a hot lap, walk the viewers through how you went about doing that, what you were looking for, and why you designed it the way you did.
Well, if I was designing it to go fast, I wouldn't have designed it the way I did. That's put it lightly. I wanted this to be hard to drive. Landon talked about how the LCQC was developed, and it was around the time that Landon was having to qualify into cup races and the pressure around that. And I've had to do that myself in NASCAR, and it's the most intense pressure you'll be in as a driver when you have to qualify at the top of the game. You only have one shot at it, and it's all that immense pressure that builds up where you have to perform. Well, one of the things that often you're in those positions is that the car doesn't handle perfectly, right? So when we design these setups, my thought was I want to make a setup that you really have to be perfect. You've got to use your tools as a driver. You've got to hit your lines right. You've got to use both pedals and be precise. To me, that's when you, as a driver, when you nail a lap in a car like that, you're proud of that lap. And I think tonight, with what's on the line, we wanted to see the best of the best also have to really put their best driving on and best driving skills at display here to go for $10,000. That's how we come up with the setup.
Go. All right, so our first pick of the night does go to our number 1 overall seed. He was the fastest last week. That is Casey Kerwin, who put us all through a lot of drama. Last driver out to do the All-Star qualifying, and he went fastest amongst them all. And Casey, welcome to the booth. Good evening. I've been paying attention to your social media today. Not the most confident stuff I've ever seen, perhaps mind games, but you've had some time. Do you know who you're going to call out?
Yeah. So originally, with some of the banter with Ray, I was originally going to go with Ray. And then I drove the setup for the first time, and I've lost a substantial amount of confidence. and then I looked at Discord last night, and I saw Garrett Conrath. He said that he's going to be the fastest first-round exit, or faster first-round exit than the Dallas Cowboys. And I figured I have no confidence. He has no confidence. Why not, maybe get one of us to the next round? So I think I'm going to go with Conrath, and then one of us will get further than we expected.
Go hard to argue with that logic. All right, Garrett Conrath is the call, who was the 13th seed, I think, is what we saw there. So we get the mindset. Garrett Conrath, welcome to the booth. You've been called out by the number 1 seed in Casey Kerwin. How do you feel about that?
Oh, he doesn't know what's about to hit him.
Was there some strategy there? Did you slow play this? I mean, what do we got?
Oh, of course, it's all mind games, I feel not a tiny bit more confident than he does, I think, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so I mean, he said it was 2 low confidence guys. One of you is going to move on when neither of you thought you were moving on. So it's like 2 winless teams playing each other. Somebody's going to come out a winner, right? I guess that's how we frame this. So Casey, Garrett, good luck.
Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, let's get it going. Casey's up first. Let's see. What do you got?
I'm not sure I've heard a more subdued pair of drivers with so much on the line ever. That we'll get the intensity up. Don't worry. These guys I think they're just slow playing it.
I think so too. That could be a strategy, right? Like, why? Also, by the way, you have your eraser predictor there, so you'll be able to predict who you think is going to be faster amongst the 2 as they go head to head each time here. And you can see that down on the left side of your screen. But yeah, I think that's all part, as Garrett alluded to. It's mind games, right? It's all about saying, when you were in the Discord the last 2 days, guys, I don't think I can drive the setup well. That makes a guy like Casey Kerwin call you out, and now maybe he's been secretively had a lot of speed, and we'll see here. First guy's up.
When does the predictor cut itself off? When do you? When the driver crosses the start-finish line, you can no longer make predictions. So obviously, they're kind of balancing themselves out here. So that means Casey's got 86% right now. 84% I'm looking at.
I like
of the
that.
vote.
Live.
Okay.
It's live.
There he comes
eye.
in his number 38 XSET Ford Mustang. The first overall seed, Casey Kerwin. And the drivers have been briefed. I want to put this out there. There was a lot of discussion. The drivers have been briefed about the rules, what they can do, what they can't do. Josh Mendoza is always keeping an eagle eye on everything that the drivers are doing to make sure that nobody's gaining an unfair advantage with some of the exploits that may be available. So betting is stopped. Here goes Casey Kerwin for his lap.
And this is where it's really tricky. The car's on colder tires. You've got to go all the way up here and then turn it down into turn 2. It's so much on edge. You'll see cars get so sideways there. This isn't a practice session, so they can touch the wall, and the lap will count. And then it's off the 3 and 4, Landon.
Sliding right up to the wall there, Parker. I mean, that's the line we saw last year in LCQC. Looks like a pretty clean lap. Hard to get a judge of the speed. 29.591. How's that going to shake out, Parker? You made this setup.
I think that is very decent, but we'll see. I mean, these guys are all faster than me. There's no doubt about that, especially in the sim racing world. So I think that's a pretty consistent time, but let's see what Garrett's got up his sleeve. I don't want to say anything until I see how they stack up, because no one wanted to tell any times, by the way. I should allude to.
No, of course not. You can't give that away.
No one wanted to give out any times ahead of time. So, pardon the pun.
That's just good strategy. You can't give away what you're cooking with, but now Conrath knows what he has to beat. He knows what he's been hitting in practice, and only he knows whether he's beaten that time yet in his practice laps or not. And if you're sitting there on the grid, land, and you know you haven't beat that time yet, that's got to be a terrible feeling.
Yeah, I mean, if you're basically going out with a lame duck, lap of your own, knowing that Casey, if a 65 is your fastest lap and Casey just clicked a 59, then that's going to get inside your head. Yep.
Gonna have to hit that PB right here in the most pressure-packed situation they found themselves in, probably since the Coke Series ended.
Also, the run to the green is really tough. It's really hard on the cold tires to get the car to hook up to 3 and 4. And how you settle in the 1. Oh, he's oh, Garrett! Oh.
And there it goes. That's gonna be an advance for Casey.
Yep.
That's curtains for Conrath. I think that might have been the situation there, Landon. He knew he had to hit something he hadn't hit yet, and he really pushed it for everything he could. And it just wasn't there.
Good pick by Casey. He knew what he was doing.
I kind of want to get him in here and find out. I don't know how much time we're planning on spending on every driver, but
well, I think we'll just let Garrett complete his lap here. It might be the longest lap of the top of the speed.
Come on, Garrett, get over with. We got a show to get on.
You got to clear the track, bud. We got to get this thing out of here. Come on. We got to keep it rolling.
We're not shooting for a 5-hour broadcast like last week.
We do want to get every driver to complete a lap because there is one thing we should let you know. So, we're getting a report that. Well, let's see if we can get that maybe from one of our reporters down on the pit road.
Yeah,
let's ask him. Let's ask him ourselves. What happened, Garrett? Garrett, you got us. Oh,
looks like he's already unhooked his radio.
All right.
Clearly, he's just absolutely furious right now.
Tried to get a word with Garrett Conrath, not able to do that. But Casey Kerwin will move on. A stunning lap of 66 seconds. Not going to be enough.
Definitely the longest
move
lap.
On.
Hopefully the
Garrett
longest
Conrath is out. Kerwin moves on, which will bring us to our second seed. Logan Clampett, I do believe, will be the next one up to choose. So if we can get a hold of Mr. Clampett, we'll ask him what he's thinking or who he's picking here. There he is. Logan Clampett, you are up next. Who are you picking?
Mr. Spencer E. Burns.
All right. He's going right for him. The man who got in as the 16th seed, the Big E. There he is. All right, Burns. You've been called out by Logan Clampett. What do you got to say about that?
You didn't see to me. It's just a very surprising pick. I see Logan Clampett versus Spencer E. Burns. I say, all right, Logan Clampett's expected to win this, right? He wins it, cool. He beats Spencer Burns. But Logan Clampett loses against me. all of his fans, his family, his friends, they're going to be like, how did you just lose against Spencer Burns? I think the pressure's stacked against him.
Spencer, that's a really good point. And are you thinking that that's going to be a matter of just your raw speed that Logan is not aware of, or is this a race of attrition?
Attrition. I'm in his head. I am 100% in his head right now. He told me in the green room. He goes, "Spencer, I'm going to choke." So I said, "Then do it. Do it."
I did say that.
Oh, Andy told me 5 hours ago that he was going to pick me over Snapchat. So.
Oh, Logan, I mean, are you going to let him just live rent-free in there? Or are you going to charge him for this?
I mean,
I'll send you $5 if I beat you.
Oh, great.
So I am paying rent.
I mean, listen. I don't really care, honestly. Well, I do care, but whatever happens is my thing. I'm just here to have some fun.
Parker, Logan was my driver that I picked. I said that he had a breakout year. He finally got himself in some good equipment in the NASCAR.
Get him out of here.
I got carried by setup.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, go do your talking on the track, gentlemen. Good luck.
Good luck,
Okay,
Logan.
thank you.
Jeez almighty. Landon, feisty.
It's heating up, guys. Heating up.
That's the kind of banner we want to have all night long. I love that. That was great. I love Spencer's perspective on it. I love his mentality about it. If Clampett wins, then he did what he was expected to do. But if he doesn't win, that is huge and a big upset. So I love that perspective. We'll see what Clamp can put down here.
I think with that sort of smack talk we saw there, maybe we bring in another member of our broadcast team, Mr. Moonhead, if he's out there, to give that sort of a beef rating, I guess, or on the meter.
So it was pretty high till we found out they were Snapchatting each other. That kind of docks them a couple of beef points there.
Lower on the beef scale, basically.
Yeah, but I'd still solid 6.
All right. Boom.
Beef scale.
You heard it from the man himself on the beef scale. It's a 6.
Why would Logan call out his own choke? Why would he
mind games?
I don't know, but the predictor right now has got him at just under 70%.
That's a lower percentage than our last matchup.
I think the viewers were swayed by Spencer's mental tactics.
His confidence.
There.
Yeah. Definitely gained the favor of the viewership with his bravado, I would say.
This is such a tricky part. How you go through 3 and 4? Do you decide to diamond, stay up top? What is this across the line? Oh,
similar to what Casey ran.
All right, Spencer.
You got a 56 in you, brother.
Buddy. Okay.
Good luck. Oh, that's a good time.
It's a very good lap. So, all right, bold prediction here, based off what I've seen out of Kerwin and Clampett, a 29.5 is a pretty good lap.
And I think the times are going to get quicker because you're just going to, the pressure's going to ratchet up. I think some of the first lap, maybe jitters are loosened up, and I just think that it's going to take a mid to low 5 here to win this thing entirely, for sure.
Do we see a 4?
If we see a 4, well, who knows? We'll see.
And here he comes. Spencer E. Burns in the 06.
I'm pulling for him. I want to see this. I want to see an underdog here. Is he an underdog? I mean, he's got to be an underdog, obviously.
Yeah. He was the 16th seed.
He got into a pursuit race. Yeah.
Parker and I are in the same spot. We share the same brain.
This was the winner of the Wits RC Products pursuit race.
It was. Let's see what he's got. Our last defender hit the wall immediately in turns 1 and 2. Garrett Conrad.
Oh!
No, he's
a little bit.
Oh, that's not going to be good for the lap time.
Oh, and it's super sideways off of 2.
Uh-oh. That Mustang's been narrowed up a little bit. He's committed to the gas. You can't doubt him there.
No.
He'll complete the lap, but it's going to be slower.
Yeah. He will.
30.1, the exact vote tally that he had.
Lined it
He
up.
still put together a decent lap after slapping the wall, but that is not
He
going to
should
be.
win some kind of prize for getting the same vote.
He should. I'll send him 50 cents on Venmo.
That's nice of you.
That'll be Clampett moving on. Burns knocked out, and it'll move us to our next matchup featuring our number 3 seed of Garrett Lowe. Who will Garrett Lowe pick? I wonder. Wait to get Garrett Lowe into the booth. There he is. Garrett Lowe, you're up next as the 3rd seed. Who are you calling out?
Well, I started off this, I was thinking, man, who would be a good person to pick for the first round? And I was going to do the Battle of the Garretts just to settle it for once and all. But Casey decided to steal my thunder. So I'm gonna go with Connor Horn.
All right. This is a 3 versus 4 matchup right
Wow.
here.
Okay.
Going after probably the biggest surprise in All-Star qualifying last week, a driver who sat atop the timesheet for much of that event and eventually settled into 4th, had that amazing pit road, barely got that thing stopped in the stall, but he sat up P1 for a long time.
Before we hear from Connor, Garrett, why? Connor's the 4th seed. I mean, you guys were all pretty tight last week. This is probably within a 10th or 2 of you in All-Star qualifying. I mean, let me know what's going on here.
I don't know. He seemed pretty mad I beat him, so I'm going to give him another chance to see what happens.
Connor, what do you
We
think?
got Connor Horn here. Connor, what you got?
Yeah, I don't know. He beat me last week, and I didn't really appreciate that. So I'm just gonna have to beat him this week. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. He seems to hit the wall. I heard he was hitting the wall a lot in practice, and he wasn't really too confident in his pace in the chat in the green room. So I'm gonna try to get in his head a little bit. I think we're gonna run a heater.
Well, what lap time, Garrett, is it going to take to win this matchup?
I don't know. Whatever I run.
Love it.
If it's whatever you're running, you have to pick it up.
Might be, yeah. I have to pick it up about a 10th.
I think you're gonna have to get a little more than a 10th out of it, Garrett.
10-4.
Perfect. All right, y'all.
Guys,
Let's
settle
settle on the track. That was good. That was good right there, Travis. Give us a beefometer on that one. My God.
Yeah, that one's flirting with the 8. I'd give it an 8.1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Get up there.
8.1.
I can't wait to see what a 10 is.
Well, I mean,
Does it go higher than 10, Travis?
It has, unfortunately, but it gets ugly when we get up there.
Moonhead, be sure to let us know if you see anything down there in the pits, any scuffles, people surfing at each other. We want to know.
If anybody pulls out a torque wrench or anything like that, let us know.
My eyes are peeled.
Any family members down there, getting aggressive, we want to know about it.
Yeah, we got to keep the wives and girlfriends and significant others all under control here. What's
the predictor's pretty split, right now. Well,
I think the trash talk is helping. Again, that's going to help out a lot. He messed up. He slipped on the banana peel going into 3.
Oh, and look at all the switching the horn right before the green.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
How badly does that affect the lap for Garrett Lowe?
Clean through 1 and 2 after that.
But that hurt his front stretch speed with that big slip.
For sure. Oh, looked a little loose there again.
Yeah.
And a 4.
What's it going to be? What's the lap time here for Garrett Lowe? 29.689, so about a 10th off of Kerwin and Clampett. Even with the disasters coming to the green, that's better than I thought it was going to be.
I think Connor's got it. I think he's got this. It's all going to take is a low 6, mid to low 6. I think he's got this. That definitely hurt Garrett for about at least a 10th.
Garrett, we got you. We want you to join us to watch Connor's lap here. But what happened? How much speed did you lose with that little tag against the wall?
About 0.2. That was pretty bad. Drove nothing like practice at all. So that was interesting. Just kind of drove it off in the corner, and it I don't know. It just stepped out. Kind of weird, but I don't know that,
Does
that
that-
lap. Well, there's no chance that stays. They'll definitely get me.
Does that mean a 48 is possible? Is there a 48 out there?
I've heard 49s. I was running 50s, so see. But yeah, it was I don't know. I thought I prepared pretty well on my outlap stuff, but apparently I did not.
Let's see what Connor does.
Watch with us. Let us know if you see it.
Oh, that's not gonna help. Oh no.
I will say though, that's not gonna hurt him as bad because he hit it coming at the line.
Both of you guys had tags of the wall. Coming to the
Like an
green.
OK 1 and 2.
What can he pull off here in 3 and 4?
Needs that thing to turn if he's gonna get there.
Oh.
Oh boy, I don't think he's got it.
It's
Wow.
close.
Oh, by a tenth.
Oh my god.
By
I'm
a
surprised.
tenth, you're through.
All right,
You're
I guess
through,
that
Garrett Lowe.
might have been my gimme right there. Wow.
That's a close one. That might be your gimme, but you are through into the next round. We'll talk with you again soon.
All right, thanks guys.
Wow, that was a dramatic matchup, 3 versus 4. But Garrett Lowe moves on after both drivers make a mistake coming to start their laps, and it was a bigger mistake for Connor Horn. You know he's got to be absolutely beside himself after that one.
I'm beside myself because I switched my pick when I saw Garrett hit the fence.
Come on.
Ugh.
Rookie move.
Up next will be our number 5 seed, or was our number 5 seed coming in, I do believe, was Tucker Minter. Tucker, welcome to the booth. You're up next to pick. Who you calling out?
I think I'm gonna pick Brian Mercurio.
Brian Mercurio, the 11th seed. What's the reasoning? Why are you calling out Brian?
Well, I thought about picking Dave, but it's like I don't know if I could do that to him in the first round. So I thought I could pick Brian and maybe get in his head a little bit and catch him off guard.
All right, Mercurio, you've been called out. You're facing Tucker Minter. He thinks you can get in your head. Is that possible?
I don't know about that. Tucker's a pretty good friend, so I appreciate him picking me, but I got to do all these second to go guys proud here. Finally got to get a dub for them.
All right.
That's awesome, Brian. Did you prepare with a team? Is that what you're saying?
No, not necessarily. I don't know. Just feeling confident.
All right.
I like it.
Go put down a good lap, both y'all. Good luck, and we'll see what happens here. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
There you go. Brian Mercurio, Tucker Minter, your next matchup. And it's interesting, Mercurio says that they're friends and he appreciates being picked, but in competition like this, I don't care who my friends are. Nobody's my friend right now. I want $10,000.
Yeah, you can't have friends here. That's no way. You bring your friends to the track.
Right.
Don't make them there.
And they sit in the grandstands.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
they say.
Can't let that around here.
All right, Tucker Minter will head out onto the racetrack. See what he can put down. Now, if you're Tucker and you just watch the last 2 drivers go out, drivers who are both seated ahead of you, go out and smack the wall, both of them coming to the green flag. Does that get in your mind a little bit here to make sure you get that 3 and 4 coming to green just right?
Well, I mean, David, what did I say earlier? I don't think you have to put together your best lap every time. And we've proven that actually in every matchup we've had so far, a clean lap gets you through.
I think it's the key. This is a hard-to-drive setup. There's a lot on the line. The pressure is high. And so you've almost got to decide, are you going to go with that 98% and know you can put that lap down, or are you thinking you're in a position where you just need to send it? I think as we get further into this, you're going to see that more of just having to send it. We're going to see more in the wall than right now. I think right now, 98% for a lot of these drivers gets them through.
See what the lap ends up being for Tucker Minter, who was a 59% favorite at 29.61, so just above the lap set by Kerwin and Clampett. But again, that low 6, still pretty decent lap time. Sets a pretty good bar, I think.
Pretty even matchup, though. I'm Minter at 59%.
And I think that, to me, it looks like a 98%er, right?
Yep.
That's where you're
Let's
being
ask the
smart.
driver. He's here. Tucker, was that 100% or 98%?
No, I tried to dial it back a little bit, and then it was just kind of oddly free in 1 and 2. Like I was hitting mid 4s in practice, high 4s, and then I just kind of, I guess, threw a little bit. 3 and 4 was fine, but 1 and 2, I guess it was just kind of freer than I was ready for.
Now, if you were facing off against a Kerwin or a Clampett, they both hit 29 5s. Is that something you can compete with?
Yeah, I can hit a 4. I just have to, make it to the second round, I guess. Hope Brian messes up.
And you are the second driver who said that the handling changed when they went out for this run here from when they did in practice. Although, as you know, nothing changed in the track.
Yeah, sometimes tracks do change with like the just when they sit, it's kind of weird. Like I know last year people talked about it being tighter, but with this, it's I think it's more like you haven't drove for 30 minutes at this point, more or less. So it's hard to like channel what it takes to get a 4 and be like perfect.
Yep, it's the mental side of it all. Let's see what Brian's got here. Been pretty clean.
He's getting all of it right there, right up on that cushion in 3 and 4. Did he get back to the gas soon enough across the line? Oh! By 3/100ths of a second, Tucker Minter, you are moving on.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's huge weight off the shoulders. Get that extra $75 at the purse and move on.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Congrats. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, that's the closest we've seen yet between drivers. Mercurio 3/100ths. I mean, that's a minuscule amount. I mean, you can't even blink that fast, but that's how much he missed out on the next round by. Unbelievable.
It's just a couple feet.
And you think about that, Parker. Where could I find 3/100ths? I mean, get back to the gas a little bit sooner, running a little bit lower, because Brian was pretty high up at both ends of the racetrack. He was really high up against that wall, and 300ths. I mean, you split the track both ways, get a half a hundredth on both sides, and you might get it.
Yeah, and I think that's what we saw down in 3 and 4. Is he was actually almost too high there, where he wasn't able to get the car turned down and get the run off that we've seen some of the other faster drivers have. So that's where he, probably knew he got in a little hot, and when he looks back at that lap, that's probably the area he's going to say, okay, if I just clean that up in 3 and 4, I move on.
Yep.
But that's not the case.
David, when we look at this chart real quick, I know we're getting Keegan Leahy in here to make his pick, but we kind of skipped the lower seeds for a minute there. It seems like are drivers avoiding Donovan Strauss? Are they avoiding Blake Reynolds? Like, is there something with those two guys?
Maybe. I mean, I don't think the seeds are necessarily representative of anything other than what they were able to do last week. It's certainly not a skill-based seeding or an I-rating-based seeding or anything like that. So I guess it's, relative to each driver. So we've got my pick to win this deal, Keegan Leahy in the booth. Keegan, you're up next. Who are you calling out?
Hello. So my plan here was to look for someone that not necessarily isn't fast, because honestly, I think pretty much everyone here can hit almost the same lap time, but who's going to be able to stay calm here. And people that don't have the experience of a Coke driver, I think, are more likely to mess up. So I think I'll pick Jarrett Liebert.
All right. A well thought out, calculated strategy there. I can certainly understand that. Now, Keegan, like I said, you're my pick to win. No pressure. I did pick the winner of the Firecracker earlier this year, so again, no pressure. Jarrett, you've been called out by the Coke Series champion, Keegan Leahy. How do you feel about that?
Man, I don't know if that's a compliment or something else, but hey, he was your pick, so I got to do an upset here, I guess.
He said he called you out because you don't have Coke Series experience. How do you feel about that?
Hey, man. There's 5 or 6 of us here without that, so who knows? Doesn't matter now.
We've seen some good laps put down, 29 5s. Do you think you can hit that?
In testing, I sure as hell could hit that, so we'll see if we can hit it now.
All right, gentlemen, good luck.
Jarrett, good luck, man.
Good luck.
There you go. I like the thought process there from Keegan. Landon, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, he said a very smart thing. It's just, look, there's no way for him to know who's the fastest. He knows they're all probably about the same speed, so he's just looking for reliability.
The
his
mental
opinion is that Jared is gonna lack on the mental side. The only thing is Keegan's got to go first. He's got to be the one that sets the pace.
Right.
And that's
right.
That's the key, right? Because mental toughness, almost can be, experience can create mental toughness, right? That's what we've talked about in all sports, but especially in driving and qualifying, and when you get to the top levels of motorsport, those drivers who obviously have the confidence because of what they've accomplished, but also they've been up against the best in the world, like Keegan Leahy, beaten them, become a champ, and that sort of adds to that mental toughness side. So I like this strategy. It makes sense, and I would think of nothing less from a champion of the Coke Series than to really think this through and have a great approach.
Interesting that Leahy is not quite the favorite that Casey Kerwin was in his matchup.
Maybe being top seed gave Kerwin a few extra points as Keegan right up against that outside wall. Pulls it to the bottom. Good 1 and 2. Exactly what you'd expect with the precision of a surgeon right there. Now how does he handle 3 and 4? Good run in. Lets it right up a little bit. Gets it pointed back to the bottom. I mean, that's about as good as you can get it right there.
This would be a quick
See what the lap time is. Across the line he goes. 29.573. So right in line with Kerwin and Clampett for Keegan Leahy. Pretty good lap.
I would have thought that was faster, actually. So I think that was reserved. I think that was reserved.
I kind of think so too. It's hard to tell.
Let's ask him.
Keegan, what'd you get out of it there, bud? Did you get everything out of it?
Or no?
No, absolutely not. I messed up 1 and 2. Like I said, a lot of people can hit really good laps in here, but I'm happy with that. Pressure's on him now, and if he can beat that, he deserves it for sure.
All right.
Here he sits. See what Jared Liebert can do. He said, hell yes, he can hit a 5. I believe him.
I do too.
Does the track have all the speed in it that it did in testing, Keegan?
I think yes. And the number, I think the best time you'll see this whole night is probably a very low 5, and people can probably hit a high 4.
Interesting. And the low 5 because the mental side mostly is just.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all sitting here waiting to go, and if you do a bunch of laps in a row, it's pretty easy to knock out a bunch of 0.52, 0.53 over and over. But as we see with Jared here, it's really hard to knock that. Yeah.
That should steal it for you right there. He was trying to get everything he could out of 2. Lost the back end. Tank slapped it. It's not going to be the greatest lap. He'll complete the lap. That was a tough matchup.
That's really the hardest thing, is just hitting your lap after not having any practice for an hour.
Yeah, 30.1. We'll see Jared Liebert exit. Keegan, you're moving on. Congratulations. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
There you go. The defending eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion picks wisely and moves on to the second round of the Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge. Jared Liebert will exit. Valiant effort. That is a tough matchup to go up against the champ like that.
I mean, if you're one of those guys, who's the driver that you wouldn't have wanted you to pick? Probably Keegan Leahy or Casey Kerwin, one of the two.
Yeah. Well, from one champ of the series to a 4-time champ of the series, the GOAT, my opinion. Ray Alfala will be the next one to pick. Ray, who are you choosing?
I think I'm gonna go with Oisin because he's across the pond and I don't want him to go to bed too late.
All right, we'll make sure. So you're trying to send Dave to bed early, is what you're saying?
I guess everybody calls him Dave. I'm learning that now.
Well, I was told by Cosman the correct pronunciation of his name is Asheen.
Asheen, okay.
Asheen. That's what Cosman told me. Is that right?
He's got the coolest name in the whole competition, so I'll give him that.
You don't think Alfala is the coolest name?
No.
No, it's not.
There he is.
Right. Well, he's here. All right, Asheen, what you got?
Well, I may have insulted Ray before we came in here. That's kind of why he picked me. That's all I got. He knows I'm quicker than him. It's something that I can't really say here. I went off on him.
Oh, all right. All right. Got it.
Can't remember why, but I did.
Were you trying to get in his head, or what was the deal here?
No, I was just, I've been up for like 18 hours and had like 3 Red Bulls, so I was just in the mood for insulting someone.
I'm trying to do you a favor.
Oh, okay.
Ray, why do you think he would insult you?
I don't know. I didn't know who it was when it when he said it, so I'm learning it was him. So I'm
Yeah.
glad I picked him.
We've never actually talked before.
Yeah.
So-
And do you feel like you're gonna talk again after this, or is this just a one-time thing? What do they call
Sure,
that?
man. No.
I mean, I don't have an
Having a good
issue with
time.
him. I mean, I might if he beats me, but I mean, I don't know. He's
Well-
like twice my age. He could be my dad.
Wow. Usually
All
it's
right,
me
Dan.
getting the old man jokes, but today it's Ray. That's a first. All right, well, good luck, everybody. Have fun.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, Travis, we need a rating on that one.
That one was all over the place because it went from he yelled at him for some reason, had too much Red Bull, then they had never spoken, and then he said he might be his dad. So that was all over the place. I'd give it like a 7. I don't know. It was bizarre.
That was some banter.
Travis, what are you seeing out here? What are you seeing from our early laps? What's catching your eye?
Dude, these guys are hauling the mail. They're doing about $180 off into 3. A lot of them are trying to get too much. I think a lot of them probably thought they were better than they were going into this, and they're really having to make up for it kind of last minute. So that's pretty fun to watch.
Makes sense.
Go. Our man on the street. Welcome back to the street, Travis.
Yeah, glad to be here.
You look great, by the way, with your headset on and your really short jean shorts. They look a little too
yeah.
short, though.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Whoa, Ray! Sideways out of 2, smacks the wall. Uh-oh. See the damage to the right front. How's that going to affect 3 and 4, the slower of the 2 corners? Oh, boy. If you're Walsh, you're licking your chops right now. 30.06.
Uh-oh.
Poor time might be a little upset after that one.
He is not going to be happy. Not even a little bit.
Ray, what happened?
Got loose.
Got loose.
Do you rush the throttle?
No, it just felt like the right rear was going down for some reason. Everybody was saying it was looser here than when they were practicing, but yeah.
Do you
All
think
right.
that's fixed, or do you think Dave's got you?
Oh, he better beat me.
Is that a trend? I mean, is this thing actually balanced a little bit freer? Is it the track conditions? I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. I was pretty careful with it in turn 2, and it just came around way more than it ever did in practice. And then it had just no rear stability at all ever. So it surprised me too.
So you think he can do you think he can take it easy here and beat you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I made a big mistake, so.
Yep. We'll see.
Could be the first upset of the night. What can Asin Walsh do? Does he want to stay up later? Does he want to go to bed?
Does he need another Red Bull?
Indeed. What does the Tato machine do?
Yeah, I mean, he was really conservative there, but that should still beat me if he just doesn't have a big episode in 3 and 4.
It's like
Rear end stay planted. Does the front end turn?
He didn't even get near the wall. Looks conservative.
Back to the gas. Ooh, boy, that's good right there. What's it going to be? He's done it by 2/10. Asin Walsh moves on. Ray Alfala goes home.
We'll see you guys.
We'll be seeing you.
Thanks for playing, buddy.
Asin, tell us about your lap.
Well, I saw Ray hit no, and I didn't have to go fast at all. It was great. I have a vague idea how loose the track is now. I didn't think I'd get this far, so I mean, I don't know. I can go out and junk it in the next round, and I'll be happy. It's a free $100. I'm not going to complain.
Well,
I guess
there
all my
you go.
cash talking worked.
Yeah.
Well, you will be on you're probably going to be close to the bottom, maybe second from the bottom, I guess.
That doesn't matter.
on the
I didn't think I'd make it this far.
Well, good job. Congratulations. Thank you both.
Thank you guys for putting this on.
You got it.
Our pleasure. Thanks. There you go. Our first upset of the night. First defender win goes to Asin Walsh. Up next is going to be Bobby Zelensky. I wonder who Bobby's going to pick. We're running out of names here. Let's ask him. Bobby, you're up next to pick. Who's it going to be?
Yo, Blake Reynolds.
All right. No thoughts, no doubts, no questions about it. You're going right for him.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. And I really want to see Graham and Donnie go at it because I feel like they are maybe two of the fastest guys, and I think it's a good show. And I just want to ruin one of their nights by not picking them. So I'm picking Blake because I like him. So if I lose, I'm happy he made it to the next round.
Okay, the friendly pick. All right.
Nice guy, Bobby. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moonhead. Well, we'll get Moonhead in on that in just a second. Blake, is it feeling mutual? Is this a bro hug? Do we all need to just?
Yeah. That next pairing is going to be interesting. I'm kind of in it for the show too. It's. I'm glad Bobby chose me. I'd rather go against someone that I like. You know, I don't want to. I don't know what else to say here. I'm just happy to go. I've been waiting a long time. The nerves are in.
All right. Well, let's see it. Moonhead, I see you just put a flower in your hair. What's that all about?
We're just trying new things.
Is that sort of like a peace love thing?
I don't know what else to say at this point. Get on the track, you two. Go put down a lap. We need to see something here. Put on a show.
What I'm actually excited for, though, is it sounds like we got the beef meter is going to be high. We'll let Moonhead decide that, but for this next pair, after these two, but this is our first friendly pick. So basically, two guys that said, hey, one of us is going to make it. If we got to, if you basically got to, if one of us has to not go on, I hope it's one of us.
Well, it's going to be one of them. That's how this works.
Yeah. No, I was getting somewhere with that statement, but then I really lost.
I was with you, and then I saw it.
I literally lost my train of thought about halfway through the statement, and so I just sort of quit after that.
I want to make a note here, though. It doesn't seem like the predictor feels that evenly about this matchup. It's pretty heavily weighted towards Zelensky. And I'll be honest with you, I picked Reynolds.
Oh.
I went with the underdog here.
Okay. Looking for a underdog.
I don't think he's that much of an underdog.
We'll find out in about, a minute and a half or so here for Bobby Z. One of the most dominant road course racers the Coke Series has ever seen, and a pretty stout oval racer in his own right as well. That's why he's been so successful. Thrives under pressure. See what he can do here at Darlington on his lap. Pretty clean so far.
Very clean. Kept it far off the wall on exit. I think he knows. He's seen what the others have done. He's heard about the track being looser. They're watching the broadcast, listening to the other drivers. This is a clean lap.
Stopwatch says 29.635, so a little bit slower than we've seen from Kerwin Clampett, but still a decent lap.
I think it leaves him vulnerable, though. I think this leaves him really vulnerable. If that was a low 6 then I'd be like, okay, that's a pretty solid time, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
Bobby, what do you think of that lap?
That was garbage.
Oh.
It was just garbage. I was just tight in turn 1, and it kind of screwed up that whole section. So, how she goes, just got to be able to hit the lap.
You're the first driver to kind of give us some tight feedback. It seems like a lot of folks have felt like the track was freer.
Yeah, I just drove it a little too deep, I guess. That's really it. It's free, but, I don't know. It's normal to me.
Do you think Blake has it in him to beat that?
100%. He's a great driver, so we'll see.
Do you think, though, the time you ran, is this harder for him because he knows what you ran and it's now like he knows he has to be in those low 6s?
I wish I was in his position, to be honest.
All right.
I've always liked going late in qualifying. I always like seeing what, just the more information you can gather, the better.
A little wiggly there in 3 and 4.
Wiggly.
That's going to cost him a couple hundredths at least.
Definitely.
Little straightaway speed loss there. He navigates.
Oh, he's digging.
Oh, he's way sideways, Bobby. I think you're going to be okay. He saved it. Like I said, nobody drives an out-of-control race car better than Blake Reynolds except for Seth the Merchant, and he held on to that one. Now he's just showing off.
Yeah,
Bobby, congrats. You'll be moving on here.
that right rear.
Yeah, you just go over that limit, the retire one time, and you're sliding.
Well, the garbage lap got you through, bud. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Wow.
Bobby Zelensky moves on. Blake Reynolds puts on a show for the fans here, Formula Drift at Darlington. As he's
The LCQC is all about the fans. It's all about the fans. It's all about the entertainment. Here, have a good time.
I'm telling you, Landon, we have to put an event together for NASCAR Drift, and it's going to be just Blake Reynolds and Seth the Merchant. Let them duke it out because they're the two that are the best at this stuff. I'm telling you, we got to have it.
Yep. They can just have
control. Nuts.
Unbelievable. All right, up next, that leaves one more pairing, no more picking. It is going to be Graham Bolin versus the hottest name in the Contender Series, Donnie Strauss.
Let's get
him in here and talk to him.
Yeah.
See what they have to say about this. A lot of people are favoring Graham Bolin in this matchup, but again, Donnie Strauss seems to be winning anything and everything when it comes to iRacing. We've got him in here. Graham, you're the challenger. We'll let you speak first. What's on your mind right now?
Man, I don't know. Donnie has to hit a perfect lap here. That's all I gotta say.
He ain't wrong. All I gotta say is Graham's gonna have to go into one and wall it as hard as he walled Mitchell in the Coke race at Watkins Glen.
Wow.
Hey, road racing rules. That was my corner, okay?
Oh God, this is not what I wanted, but
good luck, Donnie.
I'm just gonna go with it.
All right.
Okay. Landon's got his popcorn. He's entertained.
Yeah,
Parker's got his arms crossed. He's entertained.
Let's let him
I'm just waiting to hear an L+ ratio out of Donnie, and this thing will be wrapped up.
I'll ratio if I beat him.
All right, fair enough. Go get him, boys. Well, that was all right. Travis, what's your take on that one?
That was pretty good because, I mean, he brought in happenings from the Coke series. He said he would wait to ratio him, Donnie did. So Donnie was really on it there. I don't think Graham was on it. I was told to be more consistent on my ratings, and I'm going to do so. I'm going to give that a 7.5 because I still think there's more to be found out there in the spectrum of beef.
I think I agree with you there. That's like I don't even, like that's like a double. It wasn't a triple stack burger.
Right. Like, and I mean, it's better than some of the stuff we've had tonight. We've had some of that artificial plant beef here tonight.
Yep.
But this, do you know about that, Landon?
We've had some impossible beef.
Really? Is it good?
I think it's good.
All right,
I like
well,
this.
That face says otherwise.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
I think it's good, but it's nothing like real beef, and we want to get that here.
Nothing tastes like real beef. As Graham starts his lap, that was a weird segue. I don't think I'll ever do that again in my career. But
the predictor did switch over to Strauss there. I think they were
I
pretty
saw
even
that.
before this lap started, but then Strauss started to take over. So
Something
let's,
the crowd, the viewers didn't like that outlap from Bolin.
No.
he was a little high in 1 and 2. Again, high there, gets it pointed back to the bottom, but he was rim riding as much as you can. We've seen it may not be the best way to do it across the line. For Graham. Oh my God! Wow, forget everything. New standard in town. 29.465 for Graham Bolin.
Wow.
Holy cow! That is not beef. That's a great lap.
He said it. Donnie was have to pull together a perfect lap.
Wow.
So it is. Donnie knows what he has to pull off.
Damn, Graham, where'd that come from?
I don't know. I just feel comfortable with this track and this setup. I feel like, I mean, I'm not going to speak too soon, obviously, but I felt like that was a pretty good lap.
Yeah, pretty good lap. I'd say so. It's a 10th faster than anybody else has done.
So we sensed a lot of beef between you and Donnie there. I mean, did that give you some
No,
motivation?
it's just competitive edge. Like I try to, like we try to push each other really like far. I was practicing earlier today, so just trying to better each other really. I feel like it's a pretty good like way to get faster, I guess. So I don't know. Let's hopefully see what he can hit right here.
Now, Graham, I'll say, chat
Graham
favored Donnie in this matchup. What do you say to that?
I mean, I haven't raced since then. I mean, they're probably fresh off seeing him winning back-to-back pro races, which is really hard to do, or contender series races. So he's really good for how young he is.
But is he good enough?
Graham,
to go faster
did you
than a
leave
4.55?
anything out there?
Yeah. I felt like my PB so far is a 404.
Wow. Ooh.
He is
Sparks
up
there.
on the edge right there in 1 and
I think
2.
he just tapped it with the right rear through 1 and 2.
Can you get away with that?
Turn.
I think you can, just a little tap.
Usually, off the corners where you get away from it. In the corners, he's just gonna lose time. Let's see what he hits right here, though.
Is it enough to beat Graham Bolin across the line? It is not by a 10th. He's slower. A great lap in his own right, but not good enough to beat the best lap of the night. Congrats, Graham. You are moving on, and you have the fastest lap of round 1.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to be hearing from him here in just a few minutes.
Man, that was a too fast.
Donnie's lap was the second best of the night. So the two fastest drivers so far were in this round, and one of them goes home by a 10th. That's incredible right there. Holy cow. Chad, if you're liking what you're seeing, let us know about it, because that was impressive right there. My goodness. Parker, thoughts after round 1?
Well, first and foremost, we need sound effects next time. I want more sound effects. I just want our production team to know we can ratchet this up a little bit with some sound effects. Stuff like when you knock a guy out, finish him. He's out of here. I want to see that. But because I think it'd fit it really well for what we've seen. There's some grade A beef out there, which has been great. Moonhead's been rating it well. I don't agree with those people out there that saying his scale wasn't right. I think it was perfect. And I think, now we re-rack them, we seed them, and from your times in that round, and we'll see who they start to pick now. But the thing that stuck out to me there was how people talked about the track being different, and they all talked about it in different ways. To me, that's all up here. That's mental.
Mhm.
That is entirely mental, and that is
I agree.
exactly what we're seeing here tonight. It's a mental game.
Yep, indeed. Well,
I just want to remind these drivers for a second, this track is computer generated. It's pretty consistent.
And it's static weather.
Landon, Parker, you're both race car drivers. They could tell you everything's the same all the time. You wouldn't believe them either. You would say it's different for you than it was for the guy who's faster. We always know how that works. But, all right, round 1 is done. We're going to take a quick break, bring you some words from our presenting sponsor, Blue-Emu. We'll be right back on the other side. You're watching the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge.
You don't become the official partner of MLB and NASCAR if you aren't the strongest and the fastest. Blue-Emu's unique formula with emu oil offers relief when you're training to win. Blue-Emu Super Strength. It works fast and you won't stink. Official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
Welcome back to the Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge finale. Now we move on to round number 2. 16 drivers entered, 8 are left. And Graham Bolin is the fastest man after round 1. The only driver to hit a 29.4, and he blew him away by a full 10th. Now he gets to pick. Landon, if you're Graham Bolin, who are you picking and why?
I mean, I guess you could. I don't know. I mean, I think that you just pick the slowest driver that you think is the slowest, and just knock him out of there. I don't think there's any reason to get cute, and pick someone that's a challenger, because ultimately you're giving up a freebie to. Well, maybe there's no freebies out there, but I don't know. I just think that you're gonna pick whoever you think is the slowest driver and get through to the next round.
Okay. Parker, do you agree with that? Disagree?
I don't. I think everyone's been coming in here with a little bit more thought than that, right? They some of them know each other so well. They know their weaknesses, they know their strengths, and I think that's been really key and really stuck out to me amongst the 16 that entered, is that they really, almost like evaluated each other, and looked at it from all different angles. We had friends, we had rivalries, we had guys who felt like they were mentally not up to the task, so that sort of thing. So I don't know if it's that simple. Graham, I would say, yeah, pick Walsh, but who knows? He might have someone in there. He's like, oh no, I know that guy really well. He's never good on a second qualifying lap. That's who I'm picking.
It's all about consistency. If you're Graham Mullen, do you think you can hit a 4 again, or even just a low 5 and knock out somebody that you perceive to be a real threat and call him out here, or possibly just go to the opposite seed and go with the number 8? We'll have to find out. We could just ask the man himself. We get him in here and see who his pick is going to be. There he is, Graham. Welcome back to the booth. Fastest man. 7 drivers to pick from. Who's it going to be and why?
I think Garrett, because for some reason he just told me that he ran his personal best hitting the wall. So, I don't know. I'm going to pick him.
All right, Garrett Lowe. Get him rung up. It's going to be Mullen versus Lowe because Lowe hit the wall on his lap. Garrett, you've been called out to run against the fastest man. Graham Mullen, how do you feel?
I'm going to tell the boys to go ahead and pack the holler. We don't stand a chance. Good win, Graham.
All right, so you weren't lying. You ran your PB there hitting the wall.
Nah, I'm messing, but no, I truly think Graham's gonna smack everybody, so I still don't stand a chance. I can run a 5 flat if I'm on a good run, but
Garrett, did seeing that 46 at a Graham? I mean, did that get inside your head? Did it get inside? What's the green room like right now? Did it get inside everybody's head?
basically everyone thinks Graham's just gonna walk away with 10 grand tonight. I think that's the general consensus.
Well, Garrett, you're not
Graham
doing
still
yourself
has
any
to-
favors here because chat has him at a 93% favorite right now. You're not really doing it. You're not selling yourself to chat here.
Shoot, can I get it on that too? I need to go ahead and place my bet.
Imagine
Well,
if you
we'll see
win
what we can
somehow.
do. Graham, I mean, I gotta say, Graham, there's a lot of pressure on you after you put down that blazing lap. Do you think you have to run a 4 again to beat Garrett here? Or can you run something other than that?
I don't really think about a situation. I just go off my tab and I just don't think about anything else. Like I'm just going off myself. I'm trying to beat myself. I'm not trying to compare myself to other people. I feel like that's the best mindset for this when you're going against someone in a 1v1. So that's my mindset.
There you go. All right, gentlemen, good luck. I look forward to seeing what you do here. There you have it. That's Graham Mullen and Garrett Lowe. As we look at the top scores of the predictor, Splash and Go Live, Cosman tied with Emma and Epic Gary HD. This is just for today. There's your cumulative Tyler Gary with a commanding 400-point lead over Cuddle. Emma there in third, and then it's a big gap back to everybody else outside of the podium position. So Gary, I'm not sure I've seen Gary in chat yet tonight if he's defending his 2-day total there or not, but that's a look at the predictor. Remember to get in on that. Things have swung here a little bit. Landon, 86% favoring Graham Mullen.
Well, Graham rolling up. He's got to go first, which, with his mindset of just focus on my own deal, I don't need to worry about anybody else. If he continues to keep that top seed, that actually probably plays into his mindset.
I think he's definitely laser focused. Every time we've had him in here, he's just straight to the point. This is what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to do it. And he's gone out there and done it. So I think a lot of the drivers are seeing that, and it's getting in their heads. The adverse side of it, where this guy's just so mentally strong and so confident, it's making the others worry.
So I'm going to make a quick prediction. This only matters for the next 20 seconds. I think if Graham makes a mistake in this lap, then that's one thing. But if Graham only runs like a 59 or a 62, I think that opens this whole thing back up, because it just shows that he maybe isn't as ice cold as he says he is.
Let's see.
But this
Got it
looks
in there
like
pretty
a
good.
pretty solid lap.
That looks pretty identical to what he did last time out. What's the stopwatch say? He did it again!
Oh,
29.4 again! Oh my God, this man is a robot! Well, now, all right, Landon, what you just said, now you've seen he did it again, backed it up with another 4. Now what?
He's on it. I mean, it's his to lose now.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible. All right, Graham, you're bad to the bone. That's 1,000th faster than your last run.
Yeah, I don't know. I lost a little time in 1 2. I was babying it at 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 was pretty good. I gotta say, that was kind of a good lap.
Yeah, it was kind of a good lap. You're right. Way to undersell it there. If you're in Garrett Lowe's position now, what do you think he's thinking?
Full send, hit the wall, or you're winning 10K.
Oh.
If I was him, full send, like everywhere.
What does full send mean? I mean, what is that? What are you?
Just like a tad bit later on the brakes, a tad more on the gas, like just everything just more aggressive to get that extra time.
Let's see. He didn't seem
Made
so
the mistake.
confident.
His first run, he made
A
that
little bit.
mistake that cost him, but he
Weird
was
about
able to
that.
move on.
Really
Knocked out
conservative
Connor
in 3
Horn.
and 4.
Always loose. He's still loose.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Laps gone. Rear tires are melting.
Live
When you heat him
analysis
up
from
like
Graham
that,
Mullen.
you're in for a ride down here, basically.
Yep, he's loose the whole corner. Look at it. Oh, he's wheeling.
Yeah.
The line.
You got anything for you?
I don't think he got it. 29.66 for Garrett Lowe. He'll be knocked out. Graham Mullen moving on with a 4 again, setting the standard.
Garrett, tell us. Graham walked us through it your whole lap. He said you looked loose.
Yeah, it is loose. I'm not sure who made this setup. I usually like loose cars, but my gosh. I've never heard Ray Alfala say a setup's loose before in my life, so yeah. It's
Who made this setup, Parker?
You have me to thank. Garrett.
Okay, well thank you.
Good job.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Graham can also thank you when you sign his $10,000 check later tonight.
Yes, apparently. Didn't know
Graham,
I was thanking for him particularly.
Graham, how loose is this car, though? I mean, from your perspective.
I think it's pretty loose, but like, I don't know. I like loose cars, and I just like this track. So it just like Darlington, you just got to be really careful on the throttle and just be really careful with your line. So I think it's pretty loose, but I feel like it could be like wrecking loose more, but we would be spinning out every corner. So, but this is pretty loose. Like this is drivable loose, like the edge of drivable loose.
I agree. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. All
There
right.
you go. You made
We'll
Parker
see you next
happy.
round, Graham. Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Up next, it's going to be Keegan Leahy. He gets to choose my pick to win this event. All right, Keegan, you're back up. You just saw another 4 from Graham. Before you pick, what do you think of back-to-back 4s?
Yeah, I hope I stay away from him until at least the final. But right now, it looks like I'm pretty happy with the $100 I already won.
There you go.
We'll see.
All right, who you
I'm
picking?
hoping he chokes in one of these runs. Yeah, I'll stick to my my philosophy here of picking non-Coke drivers, and hope they mess up worse than I do. But let's go with, especially as Oysen didn't really do a flyer. He kind of just did an easy run against Ray because Ray messed his lap up. I don't think he's really warmed up, so I'll go with him. Oysen.
All right, we'll get Dave in here. Dave, Asin, Walsh, the third, Junior. All right, Dave, you're back up. No bedtime for you yet. Now you got to face off against Keegan. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any insults ready. Was kind of hoping Tucker would pick me. Beg Graham not to. Guess Keegan can't really listen. I don't know. Haven't really done a lap in anger in about 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't really know what time it is. Yeah, I don't have anything useful to say. That doesn't involve swearing a lot. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, understandable. That's I think a lot of us can agree and understand where you're coming from on that. Well, we won't force you to say anything. Let's just see what you do on the track then.
I'm just glad Graham didn't pick me.
Yep.
All right, boys. Good luck.
Gives you a shot.
There you go.
Consider-
Keegan up next to run his lap, and then Asin will see what he can do in response to that.
I know Oseen kind of reminds me a little bit Conor McGregor-esque there with his talk.
With his accent?
Well, it's not just that. It's the way, he talks. Smack talk, from over there just must be developed. I mean, it's been the highest level we've seen. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I'd really like to see him with some speed because I think that he could really, perk up with his confidence.
Yep. See what Keegan can do. Remember, it was a pretty good lap from him in round number 1. Not as fast as we saw out of Graham. Nobody's touched that just yet. But again, methodical, calculated, technical lap here from the reigning eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion. He's on his way.
Way up there, right on the fence.
He touched it. I think he touched it.
I don't know if it cost him anything. The car still looks straight.
I think you can get it you can nick it. You can't hit it. That's obvious.
This looks like a good lap. Yeah.
Across the line he comes. What is it going to be for Keegan? 29.547, an excellent lap there, right up to the standard that we've seen from just about everybody except for Graham Bolin.
All
Certainly
right.
a harder target to beat than in round 1 for Asin Walsh. See what he can do.
See if we can get him in here at some point. Just try to dissect that lap. I want to know, was he conservative or not?
Well, I'll drop him in right now.
I see a lot of potatoes in the chat. Popular thing here.
All right, Keegan. 547. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm still missing a bit. It actually feels like there's more grip compared to what I was testing in, and I think I might have a shot at challenging Graham if he's, staying in the high 4s. Apparently he can do better than that from what he said. But, there's grip out there. I know what I'm missing, and I'm honing in on it. So as long as I don't get beat by Dave here, yeah, it should be all right. I felt like I had an okay lap.
We'll see what you put together. You might be allowing Walsh to finally go to sleep. It sounds like he hasn't slept in a long time, apparently. I don't know if that's nerves or just how he gets hyped up for these things. And 88.
I'm tired too.
Yeah, more than 88% agree with you, are on your side. Oh, that was loose.
You got loose. You just turned it off the wall a little early in 2. I think probably, Graham, is that just to be conservative and make sure that you don't end up too high off of 2?
Yeah, I think he left a lot on the table there. That was less than I thought. That was pretty close, but...
Oh, wow! A 59 for Asin Walsh is not going to be enough, but a great lap. Keegan, you'll be moving on, but only by a half a tenth.
Ooh, that was really close. But thank you, guys.
Fight.
All right, we'll see you in round 3. Asin, that was close, man. That's a good lap.
It's not. I mean, I don't know about that, but it wasn't that bad. 3 and 4's entry was too low. 1 and 2, a little loose in the exit, but I didn't wreck. Got 100 quid. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Night.
Go to bed. Have a good night's sleep.
All right.
He's got his priorities in line. I respect it. All right, so Keegan will move on to round 3, and that'll bring us to Logan Clampett. Be up next to pick. All right, Clamp. Who's it going to be and why?
Well, I hate to do this, but I'm going to go with my good friend, Tucker Mentor. He is on my old rig, so, I mean, one of us is going to advance. So I guess I'm just going to pick him and see what happens, but he's been faster than me during practice, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, Tucker, you've been called out by Clampett. What's it going to be?
It's going to come down to being able to hit a good lap, really. I think I might have an edge on Logan based off of the times we had earlier, but, he's been in more high-pressure situations than I have, so it's going to come down to that.
All right.
This is
Boys?
definitely something I didn't expect, by the way, guys. Logan, especially you, to pick someone you know is faster than you. Has been going faster than you.
Well, I mean...
I'm not sure about the strategy, my man.
Well, it was either Casey or Bobby, so I don't know. Both of them are pretty fast. So
That's the guy not in the Coke series, evidently.
Sorry,
Keegan
Tucker.
Hey, Tucker, you're leading the predictor right now, 55-45. What does that tell you?
I don't know. I guess people don't like Logan or something. Maybe they're a bunch of fans of myself and Nexus. Or it's the Dale Jr. paint scheme. I could have that factor going for me.
That always helps.
Predictor's
doesn't
all
it?
over the place. Hold on. It's swung back over to Clamp now. Clamp Nation's on the rise. All right, boys. So settle on the track. Look forward to seeing what you do here.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Let's see it.
Just like that, as soon as he started talking, the predictor went back the other way to favor Logan. there. But interesting, there's so many stories in sim racing, and we've heard of this, of guys having to buy a rig or borrow a rig, but Tucker Minter's on Logan Clampett's old rig. So you can't doubt the equipment there if you're Tucker Minter, because that equipment is proven. But now it's up to Logan Clampett to go out there and put down another banger of a lap.
And I think he's going to need it. Now, this is a tough place to be, because what he described, where he knows Tucker's run faster than him, he therefore knows he has to hit a perfect lap. Like, he's got to have everything he's done, like everything he can do. He has to leave on the racetrack right here. That's a tough place to be, in this format, because I think a lot of guys are trying to put themselves in a position with a cushion, or where they could do that 98% lap. He can't. He's got, without even knowing the time that Tucker Minter is going to run, he's got to go out here and try and put down his absolute best.
Remember, Logan was our second driver to go out and hit a 5, and in the first round, a little wiggly there out of 4.
I don't feel like that outlap was really that solid.
No.
Gets it right up there against the wall, pulls it back down. The car just looks really unsettled, but it might be fast.
Sort of lurched off a 2 right towards the wall. That's as close as it can get. It's about nailing the back to throttle here off a 4.
I feel like that looked pretty good.
Oh!
The line
Oh,
Clampett, what's it going to be?
Yeah,
29.6.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that. That's going to be a tough one. You kind of know a 6 is not really the mark with the talent and the field that's left here. That was slower than what Tucker Minter ran in round number 1. Clampett will finish off and come down pit road, probably thinking a lot about that lap. If we get an opportunity to talk to him, we will, as Tucker Minter will get staged.
It's not, it's not out of the game by any means. Because even the slightest, Tucker doesn't have to wreck to only run a 62.
But I think you're opening it up. You're opening it up for Tucker to be conservative, right? He can do the 98% right here, and know
he can take a
run
deep
low.
breath.
Yeah, he's got some wiggle room. You just opened up the wiggle room for him. So
Made himself vulnerable, absolutely.
Given the fact that Logan, well, he just unmuted, so I was almost wondering if Logan wanted to debrief his lap.
No, I'm good. I can. Well, it was a decent lap, but my out lap ruined all my momentum. It's just it's been so long since I've turned a lap, so it's just I just wasn't used to it. But it's been a really fun event. It looks like I think Tucker's gonna beat mine here. So, but this has really been a fun event, and I'm thankful to be in this top 16 out of all the 300 some drivers that have signed up.
See here, who's it gonna be, Clampett or Minter to the line?
See, there we go. Thank you guys so much.
29.52. All right,
Wow.
There you go. Minter will move on. Clampett will go home. Logan, great fight. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for playing, bud.
All right, Tucker, you're moving on to round 3. Walk us through the lap.
Yeah, I just tried to make sure I didn't make any mistakes this time. I kind of overdrove the entry to turn 1 a little bit and lost a little bit of time, but I couldn't. It gripped really well off of turn 2, and then after that, it was just about having a smooth 3 and 4.
I think that might be the fastest lap that we've seen other than a Graham Bullen.
It is.
Yeah,
That is. You
I
are the
hope,
fastest other than Graham.
Yeah, hopefully Graham starts making some mistakes here soon.
Well, that might have just cleared you, out of the next selection.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who else advanced. I wasn't paying enough attention. I guess it's what, Keegan and Keegan or whoever wins this one.
Keegan, yep, and the winner of this one, and Graham. So we'll see this last matchup, and we'll see you in round 3.
All right, thanks, guys.
There you go. Tucker Minter moves on, and that leaves the final matchup of round 2. The number 1 overall seed coming into the night, Casey Kerwin going up against Bobby Zelensky. Casey, how you feeling?
I feel fine. I feel way more relaxed than the first one. So, yeah, I think I've quickly come to find out that my lack of confidence was the fact that the person that I was testing with was Graham Bolin. So I think if I can put together a better lap, I don't know how much Bobby thinks he has in the tank. I know he didn't have a great lap either. I think it's just kind of gonna come down to who hits a good lap here. So I'm we're through the first round. I'm a lot more relaxed for this one. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, Bobby, don't have to question you being relaxed. I know you're always relaxed as you're sitting there, but what do you think you have to hit here to knock out Casey?
I really don't know. He just needs to not choke, to be honest. Just don't mess up, Casey. You got this, but just don't mess it up. Just don't mess it up.
You too.
Great. That's really nice advice. Friendly advice to your competitor there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get Moonhead in for the rating on that beef score.
Yeah,
we have to change that. No more beef meter. This is a piece of meter.
Yeah.
Just whatever you do, Casey, don't screw up.
Yeah. Likewise.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I have to go first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
All right, well, there you go. Weird. Very weird. Obviously, a lot of head games going on there. But Travis, what's your take?
Yeah. What do you see now here?
I mean, I don't know. There could have been some mind checkers being played there. They're just trying to be passive aggressive to one another. But I mean, I give that like a 1 compared to what we've heard earlier.
No, there's no beef. It's just peace.
Well, I think it's no. Travis is saying it right. It's like it's subtle digs. It's you don't, because I think many of these drivers know that they're just as vulnerable to making that mistake. But it's kind of like, hey, what can I say that I don't look stupid if I make a mistake, but I can kind of just twist that screwdriver a little bit into the side of them and just sort of lay pressure and say, hey, by the way, I'm in your head. I'm
Exactly.
watching. Right?
There is beef there. It's just not being presented as aggressively as the other beef.
It's
That's
lean
great
beef.
sense. Yeah.
It's lean.
Yes.
We'll see if it grows.
Well, 77% on Kerwin. Almost 80% on Kerwin.
Well, he is my pick to win, so I'm kind of rooting for on to make it
That's right. You
through.
did pick him.
Yeah, I did. Guy's got ice in his veins. Telling you. He speaks all this game about being nervous or anything. I never see it.
Oh, I don't buy it for a minute. Not for a minute.
This is
It's a good lap right here.
This is
a good lap.
This is gonna put
He
some
nailed
pressure
everything.
on
Never
Bobby.
looked out of shape.
Low
Line
five.
looked good. 29.532 for Casey Kerwin. That is a good lap to set. Now remember, last round, Bobby Zelensky ran a 64, I do believe. And he said it was a garbage lap. Now, can he get out of his mind, put that behind him, and go out there and beat that? That's going to have to take a monumental effort to beat that. Casey.
Yes.
You did it.
Did I?
Did you do
did a lap.
it? What did you do?
I messed up 3 and 4. That's what I did.
Oh, how?
He doesn't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay, good.
Cool.
stuff.
Good analysis.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, thank you for that.
Hey, how you doing?
Is my mic working?
There you are.
It is now.
Oh, okay. I literally was talking. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I messed up 3 and 4 pretty bad. So hopefully, my 1 and 2 was good. So we'll see what Bobby has here.
How much time did you cost yourself with the 3 and 4?
Probably 300s. I think it could have been like a 49, or what did I, or like a low 5. So we'll see.
All right. Bobby in the turn
I feel
1.
like I had a good 1 and 2. Ooh, he's loose. That's what we like to see.
Ooh.
Not as composed as you were in 1 and 2. That much is for sure.
A little high there, it seems like.
Oh!
Yeah. Well,
Casey, I'm going to say you're moving on, brother.
Further than we expected.
Knocked out Bobby Z. Still ran an 82, but 3/10 is yours. You're moving on to round 3. Congrats.
Thank you.
Bobby.
Yo.
How hard did you have to push it? Harder than you wanted to push it after you saw the lap that Casey put down?
There was the grip there. I just kind of underdrove the middle of 1 and 2 and apex too early, and that just was over. So I just sent it into 3 for no reason, to be honest. I was like, let's see if it
Understandable.
sticks. But
Respect.
I mean, I was going for it in turn 1 and 2, but there was just a bit more grip than I even expected. And yeah, just apex too early.
Now, you were just on the track 30 minutes ago. There's more grip now than there was 30 minutes ago?
Maybe it's the same. It's just like I just didn't feel it that time. But I liked my turn 1. I just took too much speed out of it.
Awesome.
There you go.
Well, great
Case
job, both
Kerwin
of you.
moving on to round 3. Bobby Zelensky knocked out. Appreciate you both. All right, Casey. Bye. Well, there you go.
I moved him out of the room.
That's
We're
great.
gonna hear from
Well,
him
there you go.
again.
That's round 2 complete. Now we've got 4 drivers left. Parker, we've got 4 excellent drivers left, and it's clear a 4 is possible. Graham Bolin has run a 4 twice. Does he have a third one in him?
I think he has to hope so, and I think the field believes he does. But everyone's saying it's his to lose, but I don't know. I sounds like Keegan, discovered there's some more speed out there. Casey looks really good there. That was the 3rd fastest lap we've seen, and he felt like he left 3 100s out there. Maybe a high 4 is on tap for him. So as we get now down to this next 4, this is where like you there's no 98% now. This is everything you got. This is it. You might as well be at the 1v1 last round at this point.
So I want to go over one thing real quick because we have 4 drivers left. What were let's talk about the 4 lap times that they all just ran, because there were really those were pretty clean laps. You've got Graham who went a 46 again.
Yep.
You've got, who am I trying to think of here?
Keegan.
You've got Keegan
was
went
up next.
Yep. And what did he run?
I think he had a 53.
53 or 54. Yep.
And then Tucker won a 52.
Yep.
And Casey won a 53, right?
Yep.
Right.
So now we've kind of tightened this band where Graham is still kind of in his own world, but there's 3 of them that are all the same speed. And Graham's going to be the first one to choose. He has to pick one of those guys. I mean, what direction is this going to go?
Well,
I don't know.
One person knows that.
You got to
That's
watch.
gonna be Graham Bolin. I guess we'll talk to him here in a sec and see what he's thinking as we look at the event top scorers here tonight. Emma doing a great job holding it down. P1, Cuddle in second. Gary now slips back to third. I don't think he was here tonight. So Emma is your current leader as we get increased bonus points in this next round. So if you're in that predictor, if you're in that race, Emma, Cuddle, talking to you specifically, more points on the line here. So make sure you pick wisely as we get ready. Wow, that's a lot of points.
Yeah. So
600 points per pick. There's only 2 picks. So 1,200 points on the line here up next. That just leaves us with 4 drivers. Graham Bolin has hit a 4 in round 1 and 2, Landon.
And he has the field covered by half a tenth now. But the problem is his only 3 options have all run the same lap time pretty much. So it's a matter of, I mean, you can call it his, I hate to say the word lose. It's his to lose, but it's like the speed can only go one way, right? I mean, we haven't yet to seen these other guys going to 40. So, can Graham run a 52 and still survive? Can he run a third 46 in a row? I mean, within 1,000th, he's run twice in a row. So, Graham, what is it going to take for you to run a 46 again?
Just a clean lap. Like, as long as I don't get loose in 1 and 2, I feel like I'm pretty good in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is pretty simple to hit. You just kind of diamond it a little bit, but 1 and 2 is pretty technical. Like, you got to get up on that seam and then use the wall arrow, kind of. So, but yeah, it's just a clean lap.
So, and that's a good point, because we've seen some drivers getting loose in 1 and 2. I mean, we just saw Bobby. He felt like there was a lot of grip there, and he underdrove it. So, is it something where if you're too low and you don't use the wall arrow, then that's when the car gets loose?
I think it's just about like cars placement, and I guess using the wall arrow a little bit, but like usually it's just how much you're on the throttle while not like leaning on the right rear at all. Because with this setup, you just gotta like drive as straight as possible. I know how I tell that to a lot of my teammates, like just try to drive the car as straight as possible. So it's a running joke at this point, but yeah, other than that, just a clean lap.
How have you been thinking? I mean, you haven't had a lot of time. We just saw the last elimination. Did you already have your mind made up on who you're gonna pick?
Yeah, with this time I'm gonna pick Keegan, because he just looked a little bit uncomfortable on the track. So hopefully it works out for me.
What makes you say that? What did you see?
It's just in 1 and 2, he was a little bit loose and he's leaning on the car a little bit. So I know if he makes one mistake, it's the lap is going to be gone. So.
All right, there he is, Keegan Leahy. You are challenged by Graham Mullen. What do you think?
Yeah, he was right. I was a bit uncomfortable the first couple of runs there, but I'm starting to feel the grip. I know where like the speed is. I just got to hit it. So luckily, I think I'm going second this time, so I know what to aim for.
There you go. The chat is starting to predict it's 90-10 in favor of Graham Mullen right now. The overwhelming favorite. I guess back-to-back fours will do that for you. Best of luck, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There you have it. Graham Mullen, the fastest man here tonight.
Let's
calls
go.
out Keegan
Yes.
Leahy. My pick to win. Been called out. I'm nervous. Oh, I just got nervous.
I just think this is so crazy. I mean, you have Graham Mullen, who's obviously a Coke Series driver, and you have Keegan Leahy, a champion of the Coke Series this year, one of the top sim racers in the world. Both of them are, but it's just, listening to them try to dissect each other, dissect the little differences in what they're doing. He noticed, what did he see? He saw a little bit of loose in 1 and 2, and that was all he needed to see. Just like when you're racing a guy, Landon, you see him get that little loose, and that's your notice that you're going to pass. That's all you need to see and thinking, I can run faster than that guy.
Yeah, and then I mean, what Graham has in the bank right now is knowing that all he has to do is repeat. He doesn't have to find anything. He just has to repeat, and it puts the ball in Keegan's court. But
Excellent
if Keegan can upset Graham, it busts this thing wide open.
Oh yeah.
That's the consistency that Graham Mullen has demonstrated here so far tonight, running within 1,000th in 2 qualifying runs, is just exceptional. It's almost unheard of. Can he do it for a third time with more pressure on him? I like what Keegan was saying, that he was analyzing his 2 runs. He thinks he knows what he needs to do. He's been working on it. How does that translate? Does Graham Mullen think about that? Can he block it all out? What does he get on this lap? He slapped 4. That's going to hurt the lap time. What's it going to be? 29.4 still. With slapping the wall out of 4, that tells you how good that lap was, but it's not the mid-4 that he ran earlier tonight.
I kind of right-reared the wall a little bit.
Yeah, we saw that.
We saw that.
Just
What happened there?
Got a little bit too much on the gas. Got tight, and then as soon as I knew I wasn't going to make the corner, I just got it loose a little bit so I wouldn't lose much time. But
what's that lap if you don't hit the wall?
Yeah.
Like a 44.
Oh,
wow.
You think it's enough to hold on here?
I don't know. We'll see. Keegan's a really good driver, so I already told everyone before this it's either 10K or I'm hitting the wall. So it would be cool to hit the wall and do both. Yeah. So, but
it might be both as Keegan Leahy pulls away for his lap, and now Graham Mullen is on watch. But again, 3 runs, all 3 in the 29.4 bracket. Incredible consistency, Graham.
Thank you. A little bit through 100s would have been a nice cushion, but we'll see how this goes. See what Keegan can hit. If he does beat me, I'm gonna be punching air or something.
He did tell us before when he ran his runs, he knows when to hit that speed. So we'll see if he can live up to it.
He did it. After the last round, it seemed like he almost learned something.
Oh, he's loose. All right, that's it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry,
wow.
but we're going for money, baby. Let's go.
That's going to be it. Curtains for Keegan Leahy as he gets the wall out of turn 2. Graham Mullen is moving on to the final round to battle for $10,000. Keegan gave it his all. He knew he had to find something. He thought he had found it. He stepped over the line, and that will do it. Keegan, walk us through it.
Yeah, I hit my turn 1 good, but I knew what I had to hit to beat him, so I throttled up a little more than I have so far and just didn't quite stick. So it is what it is. Happy with the $500. That's good Christmas money, and good luck to Graham in the final.
Thank you, Keegan.
You both put on a whale of a show. Congratulations. Graham, we'll see you in the final round. Keegan, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
My pick to win gets knocked out. It's very unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, is Graham Mullen on something right now or what? I mean, he is so focused, so in the zone.
He's on one, right? He's just.
He's
just,
3 for
he's on
3.
it. Amazing.
When it
He's on
comes to
something. I
hitting
mean,
a
he say he's
four.
on one. That's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah,
he's
no,
on,
on
he could be on
something.
something.
Yeah, don't say
We know-
he's on something. That doesn't sound good.
It could be too. I don't know. No, he's a good kid. I'm just saying.
Well, that leaves us this final pairing then in round 3. Tucker Minter versus Casey Kerwin, the number 1 seed, and Kerwin coming into the night tonight has had to battle through. Tucker Minter has shown incredible speed as well. All right, Casey, is the mic working? Are you good?
Yeah, is it working? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Is it
Thank
working?
you.
There we go.
Yes. You, the Morse code, it's all sounding good. All right. Keegan's out. Graham
Yep.
hit a 4 again. What are we thinking?
I think I have to beat Tucker, which that's what I'm thinking is the process here. So hopefully I can do so. And that's the thought process.
Excellent analysis. Tucker, to you.
I think I got to be
Casey.
Casey.
Your guys' times were nearly identical, but Casey Tucker kind of had you edged on the last round.
Yeah, I felt like I said, I felt like I lost at least 300ths or so in 3 and 4 on that lap. So if I can clean that up, granted, I don't know, Tucker's opinion on his lap. I mean, really, truthfully, it's just going to come down to who hits it. I think either way, we're just close, and whoever hits it the best is gonna move on. So
basically, Tucker, you're up first. Casey, is there anything you'd like to say to him? Maybe just some final words of encouragement or anything you'd like to let him know to be thinking about during his lap?
Just have fun, Just have fun. I think that's always the important thing, It's just have fun. Don't think about choking in the slightest. No one's watching. I think the views are pretty down, honestly.
Yeah, we got to
It's just
remember we're playing
dying.
pretend race cars.
Yeah, I think, no one really cares about $10, all right? Like, it's chump change, all right? It's just for fun here. Don't think about it too much.
And what do you want, Tucker? What do you want Casey thinking about in his lap?
I mean, he's got to look at what I do, and then he's got to try to beat it. I know that's kind of what it's going to come down to, I think.
Well, I love that, by the way. So, I've been wanting to go second all night. At least
I have a
then,
question for you.
I've been liking going first.
Do you got Gonzo in your rear?
No, I don't. He's in chat though.
Okay, all right. So it's
Yeah.
all you, man, machine, track.
Yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
I just like going second because I feel like if I look at my tracker and I know it's 300ths off what he is, and then I just know I just got to send it in 3 and 4. So, I just like I like the thought of being second here.
All right.
Well, Tucker. Shout out to our good friend Casey Tucker for the Casey Tucker round right here.
Good luck, guys.
Gentlemen. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good luck, Tucker.
There you go. Man.
Heating up.
Chat likes
Heating up.
Kerwin.
Kerwin.
65-35. Travis, what's your read on all that?
3.5, but there were some hard mind games being played right there for sure.
I agree with that. I agree 100%. Anything down the pits? You've seen anything? Any is it getting heated down there?
I went down there and I talked to all of them, and they said that there was quite a bit of beef in the early rounds, and then Bolin kicked all their asses, and they've all been worried about that. So I think there's kind of been a truce.
So it's all them versus Bolin at this point, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend type beat right there.
Well said. Well said.
Bolin did show us that he is capable of a mistake.
Yep.
But
his mistake was still better than anybody else's touched all night.
Still better than anybody's even come close
But
to.
if I'm Tucker or Casey that makes it out of this round, I saw that mistake and I think I had a chance, right? If I make it, I've got a chance. So
I mean, all you need is a chance, but still, he failed upwards. He still ran a faster lap, messing up than anybody else's ran tonight.
It's a clean 1 and 2 by Tucker. Not even a wiggle there.
No, very, very connected, very stable there. And he nailed this end of the speedway for Tucker Minter. 52 last time. What's it going to be this time?
Wow, that looks clean. That's very clean.
Across the line.
Mid-5?
Oh,
Too
no.
conservative, maybe. 29.6 for Tucker Minter, a 6.23. Tucker, do you feel good about that lap?
Not really. It's pretty terrible. What
happened?
I was feeling really good through 1. I was right on a 4, and then all of a sudden the rear just was gone. I had to catch it, and that killed my speed down the backstretch. And then after that, that hurts your second sector too. So it just kind of snowballed there. Didn't have a great lap. Now I guess, you got to see if Casey can beat it.
Let's see what he's
Here
got.
we go. What's the number 1 seed going to do here in the XSET Ford Mustang? That he likes being in this position, Landon. He knows what he needs to hit. He's hit it multiple times already tonight.
I mean, we watched him last week actually called his shot pretty much. But there just haven't been a lot of drivers with that stable confidence. But I do feel like Casey was one of them that watched Graham repeat the 40s. He made multiple runs and maybe filled himself back with the confidence that he can run a 40. The speed is out there.
I think he can do it.
Good run to the line here.
He's mentally strong. He just continues to rise up and excel whenever the pressure is on. Looks like a clean 1 and 2. Tucker, how'd that one look to you?
Yeah, it looked pretty solid to me. I think it's at worst a mid 5 right now. I think he's got it.
This thing off. Out of 4, the man who's delivered so far throughout the LCQC. Across the line he comes, and he's done it! By 4/100ths of a second, Casey Kerwin will move on to meet Graham Mullen in the final round. Casey, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I still got a lot of work to do. I got to figure out something here. But
You don't have long.
yeah, it's all right. We'll just, anyone got any ideas? What should I try here?
Go faster.
Okay, I'll work on it.
All right,
speed.
pal.
Yeah, definitely. So, thanks for playing, Tucker. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for the event, guys.
Casey, we'll see you here in a few.
We got something
Excellent.
key here, by the way, guys. As we go into this final round, one thing to remember, we talked about the drivers who like to go first or second. Now, Graham gets to pick. Does he go first or second in this final round? Because obviously they know. Well, I don't know. That's going to be up to him. So I think
What would you do?
Oh, what would I do? I would go second. I want to know the time. I just think that's easy. When you know the time you have to run, he's been the fastest. That way, for him, knowing he has that little buffer of speed, he can kind of go out there and do that 98% or something like that. So I think that's one of those things where it's definitely going to lean towards going second. But hey, you never know. That could put Casey in a position to go out there and have nothing on, no pressure. Just go and put the best lap he can and find something maybe he didn't know he had.
All right, Landon, do you agree? You want to go out second here?
I do want to go out second. But Graham has been so laser focused. He's gone out first every time. In a weird way, I feel like that's helped him just not worry about what else is out there and not be distracted. I think it's helped him just kind of do his thing.
Hey, well, sorry to cut you off, but one other thing. They talk about the time they're having to sit out of the car and do their laps. Casey just ran. You want him running right away.
Right.
Good point.
I mean, that's one thing. I think that's a big part of it. And you guys know, you get the repetition of running a lap. If it's still fresh within a couple minutes, you could go, find that little bit more you need. So I think that could be a part of the discussion for him.
Look at the E-Racer predictor score. 1,000 points on the line right here. So basically, Emma has to get it wrong. Bow of the Art has to get it right. Otherwise, Emma is going to lock this thing up. What does Emma get if she holds on to this? What's the winner get?
High five.
A high five.
Virtual high fives all around to the winner. Sounds great. That's worth.
We'll come up with something. Maybe a T-shirt out there. We'll get a T-shirt out there for her.
There you go. All right. Yeah. So make sure you get your prediction in. Technically, it's down to the top 3. Cuddle could still sneak in as well with that 1,000 points on the line right there. So we have moved into the final matchup. It is Graham Mullen versus Casey Kerwin here for $10,000 in the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge presented by Blue-Emu. And this is where the mind games really start. But we need to hear from the drivers themselves in these moments. I really want to hear what they have to say. They've been so composed, and Graham's been so perfect. 3 runs, all three in the 29.4s. Casey has been around a little bit as well, but he hasn't hit a 4. Nobody's hit a 4 except for Graham Bolin. So with that said, let's bring Casey back into the booth. Casey, you know what you need to do. Is it going to take a 4?
Yeah, probably. I would think it's gonna take a 4, and he still hit a 49 with knocking the wall down. So, I'm gonna need him to hit the wall probably harder. I don't know. You never know. The way with this, with the way the set is, I feel like I have a lot of phantom laps where randomly I just somehow hit it. I just gotta hope for one of those, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the big thing is. I don't know what he's gonna pick. I think me and Graham are teammates. We know each other very well. I think he knows that I want to go second, so he'll probably make me go first. But either way, I feel like it's all on him. Like it's his to lose. He's been quite literally half a tenth to a tenth better than everyone all night. So, I think it's probably there's nothing really gets in Graham's head. But if there's anything, it's that he has a lot to give up, and hopefully he messes up. So that's all I can hope for.
Does that make you feel like your job is just to repeat?
Yeah, I just have to hit something solid. I obviously, that's the thing too. If he makes me go first, if I hit something really bad, he does not have to try. So, I got to hit something solid. I feel like I can do that pretty consistently. And like I said, I just got to hope that somehow he just makes a mistake, which I have not seen him make one in the past 2 days when we've been practicing. So, yeah,
Casey,
I don't know.
But you're pretty on it all the time yourself, man. Think about how you got into this back the second round there. You were the last guy to go. We iced you for a while, and you went out there and nailed the fastest All-Star qualifying time.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, there's no pressure in this. I think if I was Graham and I ran all these fast laps and substantially quicker than everyone, I'd be constantly thinking about, I don't know. Like I said, Graham is probably one of the best mental-minded people I know. I know for me, I overthink a lot, so I'd probably only be thinking about hopefully they don't find speed. If they do find speed, how little can I give up, So for me, it's quite simple. I have to go try and hit better than I've ever hit, and that's what I'm going to try and do, so.
Where's the time get made up? How do you get to that 4, Casey? Where do you get it?
I really wish I knew. I know, so that's one thing with practicing with Graham. I'm pretty consistently slower than him, both ends. So, I think more so 1 and 2 than 3 and 4 is where it's hard to be consistent. If I can somehow pull the 1 and 2 that I had against round 2 there, I'm sorry, I'm blanking, but round 2, whoever I was against, if I can hit a 1 and 2 like I hit there and put a good 3 and 4 together, then I think I can hit something in the 4s pretty decent where he can't afford too much of a mistake. So that's what I got to do, and I'm gonna do my best to do it.
Okie dokie. Well, there you go. There's the thoughts of one Casey Kerwin. Let's bring in the other side of this $10,000 matchup. Graham Bolin, who's been the most consistently fast, the only driver to hit a 4 tonight. Graham, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm just gonna try to go off my optimal and then just try to hit what I've been hitting the whole night, and then because I know Casey's PB, because I have an advantage because I'm his teammate. So, I'm not gonna try to compare myself, but it's good knowing PB.
What about that mistake off of 4 there? You hit the wall. Does that haunt you at all? Is it sitting there?
No. Short-term memory with this stuff. I just was just trying to get a little bit more than what was on the table, and then recovered well. So, if anything, I'm pretty happy that I was able to recover there and still hit a 4 while hitting the wall. So
it was actually interesting because right before you went out, we talked about how important 1 and 2 was, and not getting loose in 1 and 2, and
then I messed up off 4. Yeah.
And you messed up turn 4. So, I guess it kind of brings back to reality that this is Darlington and it is too tough to tame, right?
Yep. So I got my wall stripe on the car still. So hopefully we win with it. It'll be kind of cool. But other than that, people are saying this is my thing to lose, but that's just giving me fuel because people are just waiting to see you lose. So I'm just gonna prove them wrong and then hopefully get the 10K.
Why does that fuel you?
Because they're rooting against you by saying it's mine to lose. They're basically just waiting for you to lose. So yeah,
Any
it just
final
creates
words
drama.
for the two of you?
Hey, Graham, drive straight. Forehead.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Hang on a second. I got one question here, Graham. And I'm gonna ask the same because I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna ask the same question to Casey. What are you gonna do with $10,000?
I am gonna get rid of my wooden desk and only a single monitor and get a full rig instead of just sitting at a desk and just save the rest.
Casey, $10,000. What are you doing with it?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably go buy some Chick-fil-A tomorrow with it. Maybe. That's about all I can think of at the moment. So that's about all I got.
Well, remember, Cozy took his firecracker winnings and bought Taco Bell with it, so I guess that's a good thing. to do,
Solid
buy
move.
fast food with eraser money. All right, boys. Enough talk. Let's get to the track and do this thing.
Yes, sir.
We got it, Graham. You got a big
Going
decision
first.
to make here.
I'm going
You're
first.
Wow.
Fully confident. I don't need to see anybody go on track. I'm just going to put the lap down, and hopefully he tries to chase it too much.
Wow. All right.
Drive straight.
Yep.
There you have it. It's settled then. Graham Bolin to the track to put down his lap of record in the finale for $10,000. Bolin versus Kerwin here at Darlington.
Guys.
Graham Bolin has run 3 laps. Every time he's hit a 29.4. Does he have a fourth in him? We're about to find out.
Guys, he literally chose first. This is such a statement. I can't believe. I mean, this goes against everything you would say. Like, he got himself into position to be able to go second, and he obviously just thinks is so confident he has the speed that he can nail this lap, that he's going to go out there first. Because think about Casey's, like Casey said it, if he went out first, Casey makes a mistake, it's Graham's. There's no problem. He can run around.
Yep.
Like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this. This guy.
I told you, Parker. I called it. I said just keep doing what you're doing. This guy's got a plan. But
when you've been
how
as
does-
hot as he's been, you can't go against it. Just go with what you know.
How does Casey have 33% on the predicted here? I mean, he's seriously carrying the fan vote. And I got all the faith in the world on him. I mean, I think that there's just betting on the fact that there could be a mistake. I mean, Graham told us how important 1 and 2 was, and he went and made his mistake off of 4.
Let's see it.
Here we
go.
go. The lap of a lifetime right here for Graham Bolin. $10,000 on the line. He's been exceptional all evening long. A good 1 and 2 there down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4.
I think that was a good but not great 1 and 2.
Very high up the track there.
Wow.
Gets a good run off this corner, though. He got back to the gas. It's stuck. To the line he comes.
It's good.
29.475.
Wow.
He's done it again for the 4th time tonight. Graham Bolin hits a 4 and has set the mark that must be beat by Casey Kerwin, or it's $10,000 to him.
Oh, Graham, give it to us.
I kind of got loose off 2, but I felt like that was a pretty good lap. Because I know Casey's PB is a 49, so he's going to have to pull out something. If he does, good, congrats to him, because he has to go somewhere to get that time, so.
He's got to dig deep.
He's going to have to find a little something.
Has this been exciting or what? This has been really fun.
My heart's pounding. I ain't going to lie to you right now.
Yeah, be honest. How nervous were you on that lap?
Oh, I wasn't shaking, but I was pretty nervous. I mean, I'm still nervous. Like it's out of my control now, but you know.
Yeah.
4 laps, all 4 of them in the 29.4s, Graham. I know I said it last time. That consistency is just otherworldly. Nothing like that we have seen tonight. But now it is all in the hands of the driver from Matthews, North Carolina, representing XSET in that 38. Can he put a new PB together? A personal best for $10,000 for Casey Kerwin. He got in as the #1 seed a week ago with a dramatic drive as the last driver in the All-Star Qualifying Challenge. And now he sets off into 1 and 2.
You remember what he said. He knows coming out of 1 and 2, he's going to know exactly where he's at. If he has to just absolutely send it into 3 and 4 and try to find a little bit more It's slightly loose.
He knows what he needs to get down here at this end of the speedway. He's in the wall! He's into the wall, and that'll do it!
10,000! Let's go!
Graham Bolin, you have done it! $10,000, the winner of the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying
Thank you guys
Challenge.
for putting on this event.
Congratulations!
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for putting on this event. I gotta thank Duval Creatives for this paint scheme. It was amazing. GoBowling.com, Smithfield.com. That's really it.
Go out there and do a celebration lap, my man. You've earned it. 4 perfect laps, better than anybody here tonight. By far the fastest driver, by far the most deserving in the Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge. Outstanding effort. Unbelievable.
$10,000 for your laps here tonight, Graham. Unbelievable. I mean, amazing that the consistency, let alone just the speed, it's the consistency of the speed. You know, when you were in practice, Graham, did you start to sense this, that you just had this ability to go out there and nail a lap time after time?
It just came down to practice, and I was really keen on just being like 100th off every lap. I would take breaks like for 20 minutes because it would mimic this instead of going out every like 2 seconds, just so I could just be just like this. And it just came down to consistency, and I feel like that was more than getting the overall lap time like last year. I feel like it's a better layout you guys did this year, in my opinion.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a really good event. Thank you guys for hosting it. You guys do a good job commentating it and everything. So my engine's blown, but thank you.
You don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore.
Oh man,
that's an incredible effort. Where does it stack up? Because you've accomplished a lot in your sim racing career, Graham. Where does this stack up amongst everything that you've ever accomplished?
It's right there up to beating Mitchell and at Watkins Glen. Like, it is right there. Like $10,000 for one win. It's amazing. Like, or one lap or 4 laps, I guess, but basically one lap. But yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, what amazing. This is awesome. I never would have thought I would have won. I had confidence going into this, but you still have to put the lap down. So I'm just stunned right now. This is amazing.
Graham, I gotta tell you, congratulations and thank you. You've breathed some life into the number 10 for me, kicking it off the right way. I love it. I swear we didn't script that at all. We had no conspiracy. I had no control over that. So congratulations, Casey, a runner-up. I mean, did you? Obviously, you.
I had a bad 1 and 2. Yeah. So I had a bad 1 and 2. So I just drove it in way deeper than I ever have into 3 because that's all I really had a chance to do. So it clearly did not stick.
Were you coming out of 2?
So I was tracking off of my 53 that I ran, which was the lap that I was tracking of 47 before I messed up 3 and 4. So I was like 400s down from that, or maybe even worse. I think it was like 5 because I got pretty loose. So I was like a 52, and then, or no, not a 52, like a 57 or something. But if I had a good 3 and 4, I maybe would have gotten back to like a 51. So I just had to send it, but I had a really bad 1 and 2. I tried to drive it in as deep as I could to kind of get it on the right front. But not only did I overdrive it, but then I got the apron a bit, and then I just kind of got tight and then snapped loose a little bit. And then once it's sideways, there's really no stopping it. That was the one thing. If you go look at all 4 of Graham's 4s, he was butter smooth all the way through 1 and 2. And I was definitely not that on that lap. So, but yeah, I still can't complain too much with P2, especially with my expectations coming into this. So.
Yeah, the lack of confidence on social media results in a second place finish in the Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge for Casey Kerwin. Casey, congrats. We appreciate you coming out, man.
And well, real quick, I just have to say, even though you were griping about the setup, you were still my pick to win today.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You
Yeah,
let me down. Just put it out there.
I'm sorry, my fault. Maybe if you wanted to pick me next time, message me, catered a little bit more to my driving style. No, I'm just kidding.
Can't do that.
No. But Graham is insane. I'm really glad he won. He was so much better than everyone. He deserved the win. And yeah, if I'm gonna lose anyone, I'd love to lose to his teammates. So huge congrats to him. I know he's wanted to get a rig, so he can definitely do that now. And yeah, thanks for the event. It was good fun. Like I said, I'm a little biased. Still like the All-Star qualifying, but as long as it's in there somewhere next year, I'll be happy. So, but thanks again for the event. It was a lot of fun, and hope everyone enjoyed it. So,
awesome.
Go.
For sure.
Your runner-up tonight, Casey Kerwin. Thank you, Casey. Graham, again, huge congrats. Go get yourself a sim rig. I can't wait to see what that new setup looks like. You
Yes,
get
sir.
a lot of rig for 10 grand.
And shout out to VRS. They sent me a new wheel, so I'll be using that in the next season of Coke. We're going to be on direct drive, so be able to feel everything in the car more. And then, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
You're saying look out for Graham Bolin in 2022.
Absolutely.
Definitely post a picture of that rig, please. Tag us on it. We want to see it. So let everyone know.
Yes, sir. I will on Twitter.
For you.
Bowling Graham on Twitter.
Go follow him. Go check him out. That is your winner of the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge. Graham Bolin, again, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We look at the top scorers tonight. Emma gets the E-Racer predictor done. So, gentlemen, let's all give her a high five on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bam.
There we go. Doing a breakdown, I'm told that's $344 per second on his lap, the winning lap for Graham Bolin. So that's a pretty good little
Good
rate of pay.
Yeah.
Pretty good right there. Wow. What a night. 3 nights of racing. We've done long events like this for our other challenges here on E-Racer, but this one was really, really special. Parker, I'll start with you for the closing thoughts for tonight as we wrap up this 2021 LCQC. What's your takeaway from everything we just saw here?
Well, first of all, I just want sounds. I want more, I want the sound effects. Got to get them in there. I'm going to keep reminding people. No, I'm just kidding. But no, this was an excellent event. It was really cool to see it all come to life after I talked about, Landon and I and the whole E-Racer team trying to reimagine what would be a way to sort of experience every type of qualifying, to find something that we could do that also couldn't be done in the real world, that could show the world what you could do with sim racing and motorsports. And that's what we had here tonight, this 1v1 style format, the All-Star qualifying, the Open qualifying. Thank you to all the competitors who signed up. Trade the Chain for making those signups free to enter this year. Blue-Emu, obviously, for being our title sponsor for this event. Wits RC Racing Products for getting the Pursuit race. It's been awesome to see the support on socials and all around in our Discord. Be sure to join our Discord if you're not, because it's a lot of fun being there to chat with us and see the next events. But overall, I just, when we do these events, it's really cool to see these weird ideas come to life, right? And I think that's one of the most important things for me is seeing them come to life and seeing them actually work and be exciting and be fun to watch and be fun to be a part of. And we keep hearing it from the competitors, from the viewers. People love these events. So we're going to keep trying to do them, and stay tuned. I think we got a lot of cool ones coming up, but this was awesome, and congrats to Graham Bolin.
Landon, you're looking like a proud papa after this one.
I'm just so happy. I mean, this event is so much fun. These drivers, these are the best of the best. I mean, the Carnomaly 500, the Firecracker 400 all have their own unique formats and their own personality to them. And it feels like E-Racer events are a lot of fun when they are just an event of survival. It's just getting through every round and getting past each stage, and even with the qualifying challenge, we saw underdog stories, and we saw drivers that you didn't expect to make it through to the next round and that could succeed. We saw high-end mistakes and things like that just create more drama and create more excitement. So we're just so proud of that here at E-Racer. We thank everybody for being on board. I want to thank everybody, Blue-Emu, this entire production team, Chris, Joshua Mendoza, you guys have carried everything. AJ Henderson, Brian Blackford on the cameras. Just this whole team has carried this event for Parker and I. And David, thank you all so much.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. A wonderful job, as always, by the entire behind-the-scenes production crew here at E-Racer, who really bring this all together to bring these amazing, unique, never-seen-before ideas, very intricate, complex stuff that sometimes breaks, but when it works, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And so for everybody who had a hand in this, for Blake McCandless and Travis for helping us on air as well, everybody behind the cameras, our producer, Chris, Zach Johnson, James Pike, everybody who is involved behind the scenes. And everybody in front of the cameras as well, all our sponsors here at E-Racer, Blue-Emu, Train the Chain, Wits RC Products, Voyager, everybody who makes this happen, but especially you, the viewers, for watching and supporting these great events right here on E-Racer. We're going to say goodnight for now. I'm David Schildhouse for Landon and Parker. Thank you so very much. Congrats to Graham Bolin, $10,000 richer in the 2021 Landon Cassill Qualifying Challenge.